Since 2002, over $9.4 billion in lottery proceeds have been appropriated to benefit educational causes in South Carolina, like scholarships, school buses, and technology initiatives. Playing for fun is a win for education. Visit sceducationlottery.com/educationwins for more information.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time. Only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery.
Trey, I decided I didn't have enough on my plate. I'd try to buy a company about 3 weeks before the NFL season started.
It's just one of the many services.
I'm sorry, you tried to what?
Sorry. I put a bite of cheese in my mouth right as I went to say that.
You're good. You're good.
I decided I didn't have enough to do, so I'm going to try to buy a company 3 weeks before the NFL season starts.
I heard country, and I was really confused.
Oh, dude, if I ever get enough money to buy a country, somebody's going to try to kill me.
What company you buying?
We're live on YouTube, so I can't say it, but it's one it's one that will greatly make our travels easier.
Oh, okay. Nice. I think I know what you mean.
Uh-huh. I'll give you a hint. You've seen it up close and personal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, do employees come with it?
Yes.
Certain employee. Ah, nice. Okay. That's a phenomenal idea. I mean, maybe not for your mental health, but like.
It's actually great because this is in Megan's wheelhouse. 100%.
Oh, nice.
My wife's first question was, do you have the mental bandwidth to do that? And I went, no.
Nope, not at all. Nope.
Not really.
But if that ever stopped you, when would you get things done, right?
100%.
There's a poster in this room, and you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
If I ever say, no, I don't want more money, I need more sleep, just know I've been kidnapped by somebody, and they are holding me and forcing me to say things against my will.
A fun day. And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
What? Wait, you don't like peanut butter and jelly?
It's the year of the quarterback.
Old Trip and May over here.
And we have a super chat.
And then he set the freaking house on fire.
You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Now, you know you can't say the wordy dirds on the Radio Bot.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole now.
Fire them cannons, by golly.
Being a Jets fan, toxic. It's a football Friday.
And for the 2027 mock draft, the Panthers take...
Tank needed our help to download Instagram. First reel he ever posted. 19 million views.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app or catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple years. Absolutely loved it.
You boozy. And hello, Greenville. Welcome into the Sportsocracy. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. And we are ready and raring to go for another fun 2 hours of your phone calls.
Listen, Rue family, we have figured out how to stop all of the technological problems. We didn't even tell Trey this. We have fought through so many things to make the connectivity work, but we didn't think of doing it the easiest way possible. Mm-hmm. What if we both did it from our home studio and cut everything else out? And it's worked flawlessly.
Oh, this is like Christmas.
We did it backwards. We were like, we need to figure out how to do this from inside a studio. And then old dumb Jeremy realized, hey, we're getting ready to do a tailgate tour where neither one of us is ever in a studio, ever. So what does it matter if we can do it that way? Then we did this, and everything just works all hunky-dunky.
It's been a good day so far. Don't jinx it, Jeremy.
My internet right now is running at a level that most businesses could not duplicate. I did a speed test earlier and was shocked. Like, whoa, that's Dale Earnhardt fast right there. You ain't first, you're last.
You can get in on the program with us. Just give us a phone call at 864-240-5480, 864-240-5480. Call the text line, or don't call the text line. You can text the text line. Do not call the text line. Text the text line, 864-777-9593, 864-777-9593. Trey back there in the Ingalls studio in downtown Greenville. And we've been jerks because we have not taken into account. How's the foot doing, Trey? We haven't had an update.
Man, I'm
lately.
mobile. I'm mobile. I got stitches out on Friday. I'm good.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I ran down the hallway earlier just because I could.
Look at that. Look at that. He is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. Fully recovered and here for you. So just give him a call.
Yes.
864-240-5480. We have a caller already on the phone line. Caller, who's this?
Hey guys, this is Alex S. How y'all doing today?
What's up, Alex?
Alex, how are you, man?
Hey. Oh man, we're doing good. Sun's in the sky, smiles on my face, and I got a steak to eat for dinner, so can't complain.
Let's go.
Let me just ask you this, and I'm going to make it quick today because, my job is boring, so I get to think about sports.
Is the best kind.
I've been looking for, as a Panther fan, to replace Nick Sturton. I've heard everything from sail the moon to don't touch anything. And my thought today was, if you try to replace them, you're negotiating at a loss, obviously. But what about if you negotiate with a team that's also at a loss? Like having a first-round pick that they don't know what to do with. So I already know your reaction to this, Jeremy, because it's very obvious. But what if we add to our already injury-prone edge rotation one Kayvon Thibodeau for a fourth-round pick or 2 fourth-round picks? Because I don't think Harbaugh knows what to do with him, and I don't think the Giants know what they want to do with him.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. The problem is the Giants they've really put their fingers in their ears and kind of acted like nobody's calling on Thibodeau, even though I know for a fact 4 separate NFL teams have already called and been rebuffed. I'm afraid that they're going to price you out because they know what he's worth. They also don't want to pay him. At least that's the way it looks, is that they don't want to pay him. So, I mean, if they haven't made the call, I feel like you're not doing your job. But I don't know that you're going to like what you hear on the opposite side of that phone.
Well, the asking price is what? 2 first-round picks? Is that what?
No. It won't be that high. I would say you're going to have to come off a second-day pick for sure. I would say you probably have to come off maybe 2 of them. At the very least, it'd be a 2 and a 4, just to get them interested. The problem with the Giants is that they painted themselves into a corner, and then they acted like they did it on purpose. And everybody talks about Reese and Carter and Burns and Thibodeau. Jack Kelly is another piece of this. They added Tremaine Edmonds to play linebacker. They've still got Micah McFadden. They have a glut of guys that play that linebacker level, whether it's on the edge or on the inside. Mm-hmm. I love the idea. I'm not sure you're landing on the right team. But I do understand why you said it.
This, though, and the issue is, I think everybody's already done calling Joe Shane an idiot because he's kind of done enough to deserve it at this point. And I know that Mara has already given Harbaugh the keys to everything. The real question is this. I mean, that kid has talent in spades. He was never able to, well, he was never healthy, but he never able to really show it in New York. I don't understand why he is all of a sudden untouchable up there, A. And B, the other person I was going to say would have been Johnson, but he already got moved from the Jets up to the Titans. So I'm curious, who do you think would be the place filler? Because I think Prince Umamian will have a bigger role than we think this season, and he's bulked up a lot. But I'm curious, I don't think you can go into the season with the edge room being what it is in Carolina, unless you just want to and see what that's like.
I tend to agree with you. I would have liked Jermaine Johnson. You know, I'm a huge fan of Jermaine Johnson. I would be looking at teams that have historically done a really good job. I mean, none of the names I'm getting ready to say are going to be sexy. You know, the Los Angeles Chargers have built an edge room that looks like I built it. You know, because Mesidor is the 3. Because they are going to play him as a true standing edge with Mack and Tui Pelotu. So I would be looking at Dame Tucker, former South Carolina Gamecock Kyle Kennard. I think both of those guys would be good into a rotation. Look, Amon Malayan is going to have to jump up into the spot regardless of what you do. You drafted him, and you asked, why is he all of a sudden untouchable? Because Joe Shane's the one that drafted him. It's one thing to cut ties on a guy that your predecessor drafted. It's another to cut ties on a guy you drafted because you're admitting your mistake. And Tank, do you have one outside of that? Because now the more I'm looking at the Chargers, the more I'm going, they got 2 young guys that I'd be super excited to try to add.
Yeah. No, I don't really have a solution on this front other than to say that I feel like Carolina has to do something. I don't think you can just roll into the season this way. I mean, clearly you could, but I think you're putting yourself in a bad position to roll into the season with Jalen Phillips and Princely and Patrick Jones as your bullets in the gun. I think you really need to go find something else. You don't necessarily have to go get a Kayvon Thibodeau, although I wouldn't hate it if you did.
No, I would love it if you did. I love the idea. The problem is that I think the price is going to be prohibitive.
I mean, is that really so? If it's a 2 and a 4, are you out?
Hold on, you both said that at the same time. So let me answer Tank first, and then Alex will I'll have to see what you said again. So the 2 and the 4 doesn't necessarily bother me as much. The problem is that then I have to pay him. Because once I make that commitment of I'm giving 2 picks that are in the top, let's say 125, and it could be of the next 2 drafts. Once I've done that, I've taken away all leverage of now basically Thibodeau's people have me just leveraged out because they can ask me for whatever they want and I'm going to have to pay it. Then you get into a glut in 2027 where you've got Phillips, you've got Thibodeau, you're paying them both. You drafted Scorton really high. You drafted him on Malayan. You invested draft capital in both of them. And now you have a glut. So when you see something like this, you're trying to find something that's a 1-year fix. Thibodeau could be that if you don't have to give up so much to get him. Now, Alex, what did you say?
Oh, I was saying that we should add the legend that is Joe Tryon Shainka to be the outside pad with all the fun speed we have.
Go get Jadeveon Clowney. You don't need
100%. Jadeveon Clowney, at least at one time, could play football.
I was only told.
That's all today, boys. Thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate having this phone hour because this is my afternoon therapy. It's a lot cheaper that way.
Awesome.
Cheers,
We're
guys.
glad we can help.
Always good to talk to you, Alex.
The Carolina Panthers, they're definitely in a tight spot.
Well, I mean, it's funny. After he asked that question, I've been sitting here going through teams of is there a guy? And I keep coming back to B.J. Ojulari because, I liked him one time. And I think he's played about roughly as many games as I have. And Arizona at this point, there should be no one on that roster that they go, no, they're untradeable. Except maybe Jeremiah Love, the one that their offensive coordinator just insulted.
He's just trying to build character. Yeah. He wasn't being insulting. He was just trying to make him earn his spot.
Am I the only one that when I see Nathaniel Hackett, I feel like Nathaniel Hackett missed his calling in life? I think he was actually supposed to be a middle school vice principal whose wife cheated on him, and then they went to couples therapy and aggressively yelled at each other in public. Because I don't know what it is about his face, but I just look at him and go, that dude yells at his dog a lot.
He does have that look about him.
Saying Jeremiah Love is a rookie and then lauding James Conner, that is a whole choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I understand. I think what he was going for there, but it didn't really land.
Well, I mean, the way it came off to me was, I mean, and I hate to go back to the middle school principal analogy here, but it did strike me as he was asked about his wife and his receptionist, and he was like, "Yeah, my wife's a nice person, but have you seen my receptionist? She is special. She is fun at parties." Nathaniel, buddy, I think you answered that one backwards.
I want to know, has he actually met Jeremiah Love yet?
I'm not sure he knows who Jeremiah Love is.
Right. He's like, Jeremiah Love. Who? He's a rookie. I know that much. They ain't told me much about him, but I hear he's pretty good at football.
I believe that was the real name of the Jeremiah who was a bullfrog in a Three Dog Night song, and he is a fine character. But no, dude, he's the guy your entire franchise is built upon. You should probably say nice things.
You speak of, is this Jordan Love's brother? I'm not familiar.
Is he related to Nathan Love? I knew a Nathan Love in high school. We used to play basketball together. Used to go down to the creek and skip rocks together. Mm-hmm. Fun guy. I think he's dead now.
Quote, I mean, he's definitely a rookie. That's what your offensive coordinator just said about your number 2 overall draft pick.
The guy that we're already kind of judging you for taking, the guy that's going to be deciding the number of carries he gets, just said, I mean, he's here. But have you seen James Conner? Yes, for 10 years, and it's never impressed me.
Over and over and over again. Well, I mean, it was impressive. Remember when he battled cancer and was,
yes.
and made that run in college, and then again with Pittsburgh. That was impressive. Since then, I'm not sure he's done anything quote impressive since then.
To me, Nathaniel Hackett will always be the 7-layer burrito from Taco Bell. I don't understand why anybody has ever ordered that ever. With all of the great things you can get off that menu, how'd you land on that? You could have had a chalupa. You could have had a taco salad, Mexican pizza. Who's ordering that?
Look, I'm a big proponent of not building up a guy too much. Right? I hate that when we heap expectations onto dudes and they never do live up to the expectation. I think the only person in my life that I have ever seen live up to their expectation that was lauded before he even got onto a professional playing surface was LeBron James. I think he's the only one that has fulfilled everything that we said about that. Everything that was said about LeBron was that he's going to be the next Michael Jordan. Well, there's not another guy in that conversation. Right? There is one conversation of who's the greatest basketball player of all time, and guess what? LeBron James is in it, whether you like it or not. Now, you can not choose to say that he is the best of all time, which pretty much everybody does, I think, at this point, unless they're related to LeBron James. However, and Emmanuel Acho, because he said something. Did you see this?
Nope. My computer actually has a filter when that name comes up. My computer mutes itself. We just added a new one for Ryan Clark. It works great. I love it.
He's catching a lot of heat because he said on his podcast that if LeBron were to win a championship with the Philadelphia 76ers, then he would be the greatest champion of all time. And that is certainly a thing to say. And you've got an argument, right? And not,
you know what?
Won more titles with more teams than anybody else, sure, but that's also a negative for a lot of us. So there's discussion to be had. But back to the point, I think LeBron is the only one that's lived up to that. So I get not wanting to overhype a guy, make him feel too important. But essentially what Nathaniel Hackett did was make us all believe that Jeremiah Love is an idiot. Of talking about the speed of the game is, so much more to catch up to, and he's got to learn the playbook and all. Okay, I mean, but you're starting to make this sound like he's not getting it. Like he can't learn the playbook. Like he can't live up to the speed. And I feel like the number 2 pick in the draft, I've seen him play a whole bunch, and I feel like that's going to be fine.
No doubt.
Right? I don't think he's going to come in just shocked and awed by what he's seeing on the other side from the defenses. Like I'm pretty sure this kid's going to be able to hold his own immediately.
Well, the only problem is going to be he may look around in Arizona and go, I think my team at Notre Dame was better than this. If they played right now, I think I'd take the Golden Domers. What have I been dropped into here?
Yeah. But right now, Jeremiah Love, and if we're to take Nathaniel Hackett at his word, his head is spinning right now, which is a bad sign for a franchise player. But you do you. Temper those expectations, Nathaniel.
Sorry, Tank, I think we have to take a commercial break, if for nothing else, because now I want to go to Emmanuel Acho's Facebook page and comment podcast equipment should be more expensive. Like, a lot of times.
Yes.
I want to do it so many times that I get blocked.
All right, we are in the Sportsocracy. This is 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Give us a call at the call-in line. You want to get in on the conversation, 864-240-5480. Or hit us up on the text line, 864-777-9593. And don't forget, you can also follow us, watch us, and comment with us on the YouTube at the Sportsocracy. We'll be right back.
This is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Traffic.
The roads are free of any collisions this afternoon, but do watch for some slow traffic. I-85 southbound between SC-290 and Pelham Road, and more slow traffic I-85 south between SC-146 and US-276. That's your latest check of time-saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
Your home deserves dependable care. From plumbing and HVAC to electrical and generators, Corley handles it all with financing options available to make comfort easier. Trust Corley.
Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
If you run a business, you know how hard it is to get your customers' attention. Yet 85% of consumers say radio is the last thing they hear before shopping. Let iHeartRadio help you reach your next customer today at 844-844-iHeart.
It's Midweek Madness with the Hub City Spartan Burgers at Fifth Third Park. Join us Tuesday for Baseball is for Everyone Night, Wednesday for Art at the Park, and Thursday for Teacher Appreciation Night. Get your tickets now at SpartanBurgers.com. Sponsored by Ingalls.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Accounts subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. New. That's new. Enter it now.
Saving energy saves you money. Whether you switch to Energy Star light bulbs, install Energy Star appliances, or add extra insulation. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy 104.9.
And welcome into
FM,
the
Fox
Sportsocracy.
Sports
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices.
Give us
Love
a
the
phone
savings.
call
We
at
have brand new tank
864-240-5480 or the text line 864-777-9593 777-9593. Give Trey a call back there in the Ingles studio, downtown Greenville. If you can turn that echo off of my head, that'd be awesome.
Sure can.
Appreciate that. And we are back, coming to you from the Clarissa Sells WNC.com home studio. I'm Tank Spencer. He's at Mullet Manor.
The Manor.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to lie. I thought this summer I would be doing a lot of shows from here. This is like 4. I think this is the 4th one I've done this summer. My wife looked at me earlier and she said, your off seasons felt awfully on. And I went, I'm glad that wasn't in my head because I'm about November stressed and the season hasn't started yet.
No, it certainly has not been quite the quote unquote off season. However, I do find it funny that he devised a way for me to go home and do shows from my house, and then decided he was just going to go to the studio. Meanwhile, before I was able to do things here, he was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay at home. I'm not even coming in today.
Well,
you can be in the studio. So
well,
I'm
here's
really seeing the common denominator here.
Well, you want to know the real common denominator? Hey, Trey, what up?
Hey,
Trey's the common denominator of he's doing all the things that I thought I needed to do. I didn't know that we could just hit a button and just talk. So long as we don't talk to each other in the commercial breaks, it's fine.
That's right.
It's fine. Then we get Trey and he can mute things and do all kinds. Oh yeah, it's way better this way.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. You know what's not way better?
Bo Nix fans telling me to do things to myself that are physically impossible.
Oh, well, I mean it does give me a lot of joy to hear that occur.
But no, why does that give you joy?
Well, I mean, it's just, anybody gives you hell, it gives me joy. I mean, I think the same thing about, I don't know. Shut up. It just brings me joy. Schadenfreude.
I do love this has become my new favorite one. You don't know ball. Well, then neither does a bunch of executives in the NFL because they agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix was 18th on that survey. You keep telling me he's top 10. Which one do you think's right? Me and a bunch of guys that work for NFL teams, or Daryl from accounting?
Yeah, but you just hate my team.
Trey, I'm really glad you said that. I don't hate any of your teams. I really don't. You know what I hate? Boring teams. Boring teams drive me crazy because they're impossible to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So Tank and I's mission statement when we started doing this, we're going to have parts of 2 segments every week about every team in the NFL because that's what we wanted. We didn't want to be the Dallas Cowboys show. We didn't want to be that show that every other fan gets. And you know what? For some of these teams, that's really easy. Kansas City, I can find 7 different things to talk about them any given week. You know who's really difficult? Cleveland.
Yeah.
The Jets. Hey, what are we going to talk about with the Jets? We could talk about how Tavondre Sweat, who probably 70% of you don't know who he is going to revitalize this team if he ever gets off the PUP list. You see how that doesn't quite hit the same way as Pat Mahomes?
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Bo Nix, on the other hand, he's been the gift that keeps on giving. That is the wishing well that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt is never going to give you what you want. And you're going to argue with me about it for the next 15 years. Because he'll never be bad enough to be replaced, but he'll never be good enough to win you a Super Bowl. But he got to the AFC Championship game this year. Yep, because Josh Allen turned it over 4 times and James Cook had another one. Yep, that's how you got there. And you know what? If you find a way to do that 3 times in the same playoffs, maybe, just maybe, he'll win you a Super Bowl.
And it's the same ones that are, thinking up reasons to denigrate or make you doubt Drake May. Make that make sense.
Yeah, love that. Do love the guy that beat you. I also love when people say it's a cold take. No, it's not. Yeah, you know when it would be a cold take? If I said it after he actually did something that made sense. But nothing that I've said can you refute because, see, I live in this world of there's these things, they're called facts, and they don't care about your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of those because it's really hard for you to refute them.
Mm-hmm. No, the thing that I was thinking of was the Buffalo Bills' new alternate uniforms.
Good Lord.
Fire whoever came up with that idea.
Those look like somebody got drunk playing Create a Team in Madden and just hit a button like that one.
I can't see them without thinking of Memphis Tigers and gross. You chose your alternate uniform to kind of look like not even as a good version of a team from Conference USA. Sweet. Awesome. Good job, guys.
I saw them.
Excuse me, they're in the American now.
Yeah, I saw those and immediately thought to myself, that would be a great alternate uniform for the Saskatoon Moosin. That would be fun. But Buffalo Bills, not great. By the way, Fanatics, start checking your calendar of what day to put things on your website. Because this is about the 5th one of these that you've ruined because you threw it out there early and then went, no, that was actually a concept. And then they're released and it's exactly what you put out.
Mm-hmm. It's not good.
No, it's not. By the way, stop with the alternate jerseys. Like the Rams, shoe buddy. I don't know what that is, but you look like Limu, Emu, and Doug. Just stop that.
Oh, no. What did I miss?
The yellow, the Rams put out a yellow one that looks like Limu and Doug. They're yellow and blue, and they're just awful. I understand the NFL wants to sell jerseys.
I'm looking at it now. It's bright.
Yeah, I mean, now Google Limu, Emu, and Doug and tell me those don't look like if they had a football team, that's what they'd be wearing.
Either that or like the Minions if you put some goggles on them.
Yep, thought that one too.
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
I mean, it's still better than the Bills one, and it's not close.
We have a question in our YouTube chat from our buddy Archie who said, with training camp coming up, how do you cut through what's real and what's junk? Bengals fan here. Heard defense is going to be great about 2 years in a row. Tank, do you have a way to cut through that? Because I've got one, just haven't been around as many camps as I have.
Do tell.
The number one tell that things are not going the way that you want them to is all of your beat writers start talking about all of these guys that aren't going to make the team. I learned this one in the years with the Jets. If you're stuck on how good Jason Brownlee looks, do you know what that means? It means that he's beating your starters, and he's probably not going to make the roster. Now, every once in a while, you'll get one of those. Jalen Royals had a good day at Chiefs camp. It's either yesterday or Saturday. I can't remember which one. That's kind of encouraging because Jalen Royals was a guy that we liked, and we knew that he had a possibility to to make some waves, and he went from the 4 to playing with the 1s. And 1s on 1s, he had a touchdown catch. Awesome. That's encouraging. When your 3s are scoring on your defense, that's a bad sign.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at a guy that was an undrafted free agent out of a school that you can't tell me what state it was in, that's a bad sign.
Okay. So too much attention on third stringers makes you feel like that's how you know it's going to be bad.
Well, I mean, just think about the psychology of that. So you have your starters out there who are running the vast majority of the day, and the headline for you was some third stringer out of Houston Baptist that just torched your starting secondary. Does that mean he's that good? Maybe. It's also a really bad sign that was the one that shined off the practice field for you. It means everybody else wasn't.
Right.
I'll never forget doing a joint practice with the Jets and the Panthers, and I walked away from it. And we were in the truck coming back up to Asheville, and the group with me was like, "Who were your shining stars for the Jets?" And I said 4 names that none of the 4 of them made the roster. And as soon as I said it, they all looked at me and went, "That's a bad sign, right?" And I went, "Yep." Realized it as it came out of my mouth.
I'm aware.
You know what you want to hear? You want to hear Pat Mahomes looks good on the surgically repaired knee. And he's really making Jalen Royals and Nico Remigio and oddly enough, Jason Brownlee look really good. But the headline there is still Pat. If the headline is the lower tier guys, it means the difference between your lower tier guys and your starters is not that significant. I'll tell you another theory I've had, and this is really relevant with where we are in the schedule. I don't want to be good in the preseason. If you're good in the preseason, it means 2 things. 1, undrafted free agents thought they could make your squad. So it means you're way deeper than these teams that are good because they know. If you wind up as the 9th receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, you could learn to fly in week 2 of training camp, and you still won't make that roster.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really deep, 3 teams deep, 3 levels deep, the Jets have done this a lot. The Browns do it a lot. It's because undrafted rookies think they can make your team because your team's not any good.
Mm-hmm.
I want my third stringers to show up and look like they don't know what a football is. Because that means my starters are so good, my second unit's so good that agents were taking guys away from me.
Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. I had not considered that.
Been around a lot of camps, Tank. I've walked away from a lot of training camps going, man, that third team defense looks great. Look how deep we are. Oh, no, that just means first team sucks. Yep, just means first team's real bad. Nobody's that deep. Doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well,
do a couple camps with good teams, and you walk away from that going, man, I wish our starters look like that right now. I remember watching the second team offense. I think it was the Bucks. I think the Jets did joint practices with the Bucks, and I was there. And I watched the second team offense carve up the first team defense, and every bit of hope I had for that season died.
Mm-hmm. I think when it comes to stories at a training camp, I always feel like if you've never heard the name before, it's probably not a good sign.
Well, I mean, and there are exceptions to that. I mean, I remember out of L.A. Rams camp a couple years ago, every beat writer talked about Puka Nacua. And then you saw Puka, and they were putting him in situations where he's with the starters.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started holding him out of, oh, no, this is Sean McVay telling you everything you need to know.
Yes.
If you keep putting a guy in situations where they're playing in these preseason games, I mean, look, I'll be as honest as I can. Our entire half of our team is going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I told Tank earlier today, I need you and one other to take care of the game because that's how little I care about that game. Because it doesn't matter. That Hall of Fame game, that's even less of a preseason game than the preseason is. You know, we were up there, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Caleb Williams. It was the Bears and the Texans?
Yeah.
Yes.
and we saw literally 4 players whose name Tank knew. The rest of them, I'm like, hey, I remember that guy from like 4 years ago, because they just trotted out at like lambs to slaughter, and it was the ugliest football you've ever seen. And then the heavens opened up and poured, and Tank and I went, we must get out of here right now. I remember sitting under a poncho with a guy from NFL Films, like, part of me feels like I've made it, and part of me kind of feels like I'm in hell.
Mm-hmm. It was not a whole lot of fun. But the few moments that we did have where the weather cooperated, they were nice. It's not like you're going there to see the stars.
No, you're going for the experience.
Sure, you want to see them, right? And they were there, and they showed up for 5 seconds, and then you put them back in mothballs, and you let everybody. Who was it? Who was the quarterback?
C.J. Stroud.
No. I'm thinking the
secondary,
the backup quarterback for the Bears. I remember he was a story that year.
Oh,
his dad was in the crowd. Tyson Bagent.
Tyson Bagent.
Yeah. Tyson Bagent. He was the highlight of the night. Like, okay, I'm good.
The coolest part to me of the Hall of Fame game is it's one of the only events. Look, we try to get the people that follow us, and are so gracious with their time and their likes and all the things. We want to get you as close to things as we physically can. A lot of it will never be as cool on screen as it is in person. The Hall of Fame is really close.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say, when you walk into the bust room, I don't know if you felt the same way I did, it's different.
Oh, yeah.
You walk in there and go, oh, this is cool. This is really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that caught me off guard was that you could tell who the faces were without looking at the nameplate.
Most of the time.
I did not expect that. Well, some of them were not good, and they've gotten better over time.
Wasn't like the Dwayne Wade bus, was it?
There were some.
There was one.
In that room
who was the?
Who in the hell is that supposed to be? And then you go, that is not Emmitt Smith. He does not look like a gargoyle. Stop it. And I'm just using that as an example because I can't really remember.
No, Emmitt was pretty good. I remember Joe Namath. He had really big hair, and I remember thinking that looks like one of the Beatles. I don't know which one, but that doesn't look like Joe Namath at all.
There are some that kind of look a little off, but then, there are others that are pretty good. Like the Warren Sapp one, I feel like is one of the best ones. Troy Polamalu, that's a give or a take. Like, you can kind of see it if you turn one way, but then if you turn the other way, you go, is that Gallagher? What? That's weird. That's a weird submission for the NFL Hall of Fame, but okay. Bring out the watermelons.
Why does Troy Polamalu look like Animal from the Muppet Babies? That's not a good look. We should not have done that.
Yeah. There are some that are good. There are some that are bad. But it's walking into that hallway where they're all just on the wall, all around you, and you really feel the moment of, man, the magnitude of this is crazy.
I'm very excited to have people with us this year that can help us document it. Because, we did all of this the first time, and Tank and I are too stupid to do social media. 20 million views, but still. We're fans. We're living in the moment, and then we forget to record stuff. Now we have a whole team that goes, hey, you should probably record this because people would like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited about that.
Yes. We've got another big season planned on the Ingles Living the Dream Tour, and it all begins next week.
We've got a couple questions to get to in our YouTube chat, and the text and call lines are always open to get involved in the program.
Mm-hmm.
Call-in line's 864-240-5480, or the text line 864-777-9593.
Yep, we will take a break, and then we'll get to those questions in the YouTube chat right after this.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game.
Hey, I was trying to think about having to take commercials.
Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief.
I thought that's where you were
achieve
going,
remission,
and I was like,
and
oh
visibly
man,
improve
he's going to
damage
take a
of the
break, and
intestinal
then he
lining.
stopped.
Skyrizi
No, I will
is
always
specifically
leave it
intended
to
for
you to
adults.
say the last thing, but I can do all of the other things.
Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur.
I was
Before
starting to put my
treatment, get
headphones
checked for
down, like,
infections
oh,
and
he's taking care of
tuberculosis.
this. Okay.
Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father, not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Harley-Davidson of Greenville has the largest pre-owned inventory in the Carolinas, period. If you're ready to ride, your bike is waiting at 30 Chrome Drive in Greenville, or hit upstateharley.com and claim it before someone else does.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming.
don't bring
happy
your dog.
screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time. Only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
When the moments in your life are too important to miss, you can trust O'Reilly Auto Parts to keep you and your plans on the road. Our professional parts people can test your vehicle's battery and even give it a charge if needed. In most cases, we can install your new battery for free. It's just one of the many services we provide at O'Reilly Auto Parts to ensure life's best moments
You got a text on
don't
the text
find
line
you
when we come back.
stranded.
10-4.
Auto Parts. 1049 Fox Sports Upstate Weather.
It'll be another hot one for today with temperatures on the rise. Temperatures for today will hit 92 degrees, but those feel like temperatures back near 101. If you do have any outdoor activities or work outdoors, make sure to stay cool and drink plenty of water. Storms are back in the forecast for Tuesday, some of which could be strong to severe. This has been meteorologist Victoria Kokinas with WIFF News 4.
This report is sponsored by Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
Your home deserves dependable care. From plumbing and HVAC to electrical and generators, Corley handles it all with financing options available to make comfort easier. Trust Corley.
Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
.1049 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. This is the Sportsocracy. Get involved with the program. Watch us everywhere.
Sportsocracy brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
Subscribe to the breaking news. Into the chat with us. You can submit your questions for the program there, comments and the like, or you give us a call at 864-240-5480, or hit us up at the text line 864-777-9593. As always, the Sportsocracy brought to you by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices. Love the savings. And we have a text in from Jerry from North Carolina. Jerry says, thanks for the concert ticket, boys. It was a great show. He went to see Shinedown last night in Charlotte. Seems as though Wes Welker was coaching tight ends at minicamp. And with that being said, how big of a deal is it that Washington dismissed their tight ends coach today?
It's a weird story. I actually woke up this morning. We had two affiliations of one of mine and Tank's and one of mine that had a weird story come out this morning. We had Mike Lombardi with North Carolina, and I had a couple texts of, hey, what would you say that's about? And my response was, Not even the foggiest of a clue.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm not sure I'm not more confused now than I was before. Washington with Ben Steele, he got a DUI, I think it's like 6 weeks ago. I do not know why they took so long to fire him. There has been speculation that I can't confirm or deny as to what changed in the last 48, 72 hours. Do I think it changes things? I mean, it doesn't help because you do have you had a tight ends coach that was pretty well thought of in the league. Do I think it's going to kill you? No, I don't. I think it always hurts to lose a valued voice, a veteran voice when you have a first-time play caller. I've also had people tell me for years that Wes Welker was going to end up being as good, if not better, of a coach than he was a player. So if that's the rabbit hole you go down, I don't think it's going to kill you. I also know they have some really smart tight end voices around that team that are not the coaching staff. So if there was one position that you could afford to lose that, I think that's probably the one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it changes much at all.
Nor do I. I mean, is Ben Steele that much more of a trustworthy voice for a player than Wes Welker? I mean, I don't know either of them as coaches, but I would think that Wes Welker probably knows what he's talking about. You can fill that slot pretty easily, I would imagine. The guy's pretty well traveled, so he's been replaced before. He can be replaced again.
Ah, haven't we all?
Yes, that is true.
We have a couple questions in our YouTube chat as well. First one's from Red Feather Workshop. Asked, how long does it take an offensive line with new pieces to gel in training camp, and how long before I should panic? It's a really good question. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and it really depends. I just so happen to know that Red Feather is a Cardinals fan. You want to see it improve every week. There is a difference, and I'm going to use the names from Arizona, and then I'm going to compare them to somebody else. There is a difference in Arizona where you're bringing in an Isaac Suomalo, who I already pretty well know what he is. Now, the right side is young and terrifying. I don't know if Basantis will start off the jump. If you start seeing reshuffling, where it's not the same five starters and we're getting Basantis out there quicker, that should scare you a little bit. It could also be that Basantis has just been that much better than anybody else. When you get to the actual games, watch the 1v1 reps. It'll tell you a lot. You're getting vanilla defense, so it's not like they're picking up blitzes or anything like that. If you're giving up significant pressure in preseason games, 1v1s, that should scare you. What should scare you more is if you're giving up legitimate pressure 1v2s. This is really common with teams that don't necessarily have great rosters. They're trying to get extra reps for that offensive line, so they'll pull out a Paris Johnson and a Suomalo, but they'll keep from the center over in, trying to get them more acclimated to each other. If you start seeing pressures with backups against the starters, that's when you know we're in trouble. Now, how long it should take to gel, you wouldn't know that yet because you're just now getting to what could even be considered a modicum of a live rep. I would say about 2 weeks in, you kind of know what it's going to look like early. But, I mean, look, I've seen offensive lines gel 8 weeks into the season. I remember, and Tank, you can attest to this pretty well. I remember your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I don't remember what year that was. They couldn't block a group of toddlers, and then all of a sudden, about halfway through the season, the light came on, and it was all different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the year I'm talking about?
That was like 3 years ago.
That's what I thought. I had
and then we
had
were
23 in my head.
And then we were like really solid last year or year before last, and then last year everybody got hurt and it completely fell apart.
I mean, the biggest thing in training camps, you don't want to see injuries. Because you've come in with a plan, and injuries can really derail that plan.
Hi, Panthers.
Yeah. Carolina Panthers, unfortunately, at the top of the list for this season so far.
Well, they're the first one, but they will not be the only one.
No, they certainly will
promise
not be
you
the
that.
last. No, it is, and not an indictment on the team at all. It's just some teams start pretty far behind the 8 ball, and the Carolina Panthers are the first one this year.
NFL Draft Yoda in our YouTube chat asked if the tight end whisperer would be joining the Washington coaching staff. I have not been asked and do not anticipate being asked anytime soon. So.
Got 1 minute.
I mean, trust me, if they ask, I will have an answer,
right.
And it'll be a pretty quick one.
Right.
But so far, I would say I'm somewhere in the mid 400 to 500s there. So, but hey, you ask, and I will answer. We also have one from Archie. That's it's a bigger question that we'll have to tackle at the beginning of the next hour of most underrated and overrated teams heading into the year.
Which is a great question because everybody wants to, everybody wants to have hope. Everybody wants to play like they've got a real shot. Some analysts will say there's 14 teams out there that could win a Super Bowl. They're wrong, but they think it's a wider field than others do. We'll talk about it when we come back here on 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. Give us a call at the call-in line, 864-240-5480, 864-777-9593, the text line. You can also hit us up on YouTube. We'll be right back.
This is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Traffic.
Be aware the traffic is currently stopped on I-85 southbound between SC 101 exit 60 and Pelham Road exit 54. And watch for some slow traffic I-85 northbound between I-385 exit 51 and SC 14 exit 56. That's your latest check of time saver traffic.
This report is sponsored by the YMCA. Hey, Western North Carolina. When the school day ends, families need a place they trust. At the Y, kids are known by name, supported with homework help, and surrounded by caring adults. There's no place like this place. Learn more at ymca.org/nearme.
If you run a business, you know the value of trust. It's what keeps your customers coming back. And it's what you get when you advertise with iHeart. More than 75% of listeners consider iHeart hosts their friends and trust their recommendations. Now take that trusted influence and combine it with iHeart's massive reach and scale, and you've got the formula for growing your business. Learn how easy it is to tell your story through our voices today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
What if we told you Matt Damon was screaming on set to get his voice weather worn for The Odyssey? From the TikTok Podcast Network, Raiders of the Lost Podcast has the whole story about the biggest movies of the summer. Download the iHeartRadio app and search Raiders of the Lost Podcast now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at StraightTalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, $1 small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
When your knee hurts every day and you've been told you need a knee replacement, it can feel like there's only one option. This is where you need to be careful. Yes, you're desperate for relief, but do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Richmond Weaver, and before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone on bone, arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Call today, 864-766-8454, 864-766-8454. That's 864-766-8454.
All right, it's officially the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, 20% off for teachers, and more. Check out all the deals at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
What's up, fam? I'm sports journalist Ari Chambers.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Sam J.
And we're the hosts of Everyone Watches Women's Sports, a new podcast from Together and iHeart Women's Sports.
We're breaking down the biggest headlines.
Naomi Osaka showing out.
Shout out to you, Naomi.
The viral moments.
I've been obsessed with Krishan Rock's boxing journey. She looks good. Her combos are swift.
And the stories everyone's talking about across women's sports.
Because everyone watches women's sports.
Open your free iHeartRadio app
and search Everyone Watches Women's Sports and listen now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. From the Eagle Studio, this is WROO FM Malden, 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Chris Perfett.
Mia Bieniemy, the wife of Chiefs coordinator Eric Bieniemy, was allegedly shot on Sunday night at the couple's home by their own son. She's currently in stable condition, and Eric has left Chiefs training camp to attend to her. Elijah Zion Bieniemy was arrested and charged in Loudoun County and is being held without bond. North Carolina football general manager Michael Lombardi was placed on administrative leave on Monday. According to ESPN insider Pete Thamel, there is a human resources complaint filed by a former UNC front office employee against Lombardi, and an investigation is pending. The Atlanta Braves have activated Ronald Acuna Jr. after a 37-game absence with a hamstring injury. Acuna is expected to be available for Monday night's game against the Mets. And Colts quarterback Daniel Jones claims he is fully cleared from the torn Achilles he suffered in December and says he will be on the field for the start of Colts training camp.
Ooh, Tank, let's play a fun game.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
What? Wait, you don't like peanut butter and deli?
It's the year of the quarterback. Old Trip and May over here. And we have a super chat. And then he set the freaking house on fire. You make my brain hurt sometimes.
Now you know you can't say the wordy dirds on the Radio Box.
We're all the way down the rabbit hole now.
Fire them cannons, by golly.
Being a Jets fan, toxic. It's a football Friday.
And for the 2027 mock draft, the Panthers take...
Tank needed our help to download Instagram. First reel he ever posted. 19 million views.
You're in the Sportsocracy. We'll be back right after this.
My penance in hell is going to be following Tank Spencer around with a camera.
You can find us everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, or catch us on YouTube.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button. Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it? Oh, yeah. I lived in Greenville for a couple years. Absolutely loved it.
And a welcome into the Sportsocracy on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Everybody be safe on the ride home. No, we don't need any, bumper to bumper or bumper cars being played out there on I-85 or anything like that. Let's everybody mind their P's and Q's and everybody get home safely. Because, we're all just inching our way along in life right now until the start of the NFL season. It is right around the corner. The Hall of Fame game coming up next Thursday, and we will be there. On the Ingles Living the Dream Tour, the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals next Thursday night. We will get to see the greats take the field. In their jackets.
In their pullover.
Right.
They'll be wearing the same thing I'm wearing. But
that's right. Yeah. Because they don't get their jackets until the ceremony that weekend. But we'll get those. Will be the greats. We won't see very much of greatness from the teams. There could be great players out there, but if they play more than 15 seconds, both coaches did it wrong.
Oh, who are we going to see a lot of this weekend? Next week. Haynes King. Haynes King is going to play a tremendous amount.
Old skirt, little hands, Kenny Pickett.
Felipe Franks.
Hey, preseason merchant, by the way, Kenny Pickett. Now, Super Bowl winner, by the way. Put some respect on his name.
He did. He was on a team that won a Super Bowl. That is.
He was.
Yes.
Technically true.
He had as much of a hand in that as Nomar Garciaparra had in the Red Sox winning the World Series in 2004. He still got a ring. He wasn't even on the team. Kenny Pickett might as well have been the same.
Kenny Pickett also went to Pitt, which means he overcame many great obstacles, not limited to the fact that he can't read.
Can't read a defense, I know that.
Little tiny hands, Kenny Pickett. Yeah.
One of these days, Larry. The funniest part of this is, we're going to see Larry Fitzgerald at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really stuck on what are the chances that we have a. What was that thing you said about all people that went to Pittsburgh moment? And I just go, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm about to get punched in the face by a Hall of Famer.
I think he's the exception to the rule, right?
Yes, him and Curtis Martin.
Curtis.
Curtis, my favorite Martin.
Mm-hmm. Welcome into the program. If you are just joining us, again, you can get in on the show by calling the call-in line, 864-240-5480. Text us at 864-777-9593. Or you can throw out your comments, questions in the YouTube channel. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel. That's how you get into the chat with us. And a question was asked right before the top of the hour there about what we thought about the power rankings, because Archie says he's been overdosing on football coverage because, yes, we all miss it. We're all right there with you, Archie. He says he's hearing everybody's power rankings, and who do we think are the most underrated and overrated teams heading into the season?
I had one right off the rip. The most underrated team in the NFL, at least with fans. I don't feel like it's this way around the league, but when I read things on our social media, I don't know how many times the New England Patriots have to do this to you before you figure out that, maybe you should stop betting against them. We were on New England last year, not to go to a Super Bowl. They were 2 years ahead on that. But I don't know what exactly you think got worse on that team, but it didn't. And now they've got A.J. Brown being thrown to by Drake May. And yes, I don't know why this part's so hard for people to figure out, but yeah, Drake May's real good. As evidenced by he finished second in MVP voting last year.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it wasn't the schedule that carried him?
The schedule didn't hurt anything. Because,
Right.
yes, they played a god-awful strength of schedule. I don't really understand why people haven't. I would think before you spoke, you would probably look at who they play this year. First 10 games of the season, yeah, you play at Seattle. You also play Pittsburgh, you play Jacksonville, the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, the Miami Dolphins, and the Green Bay Packers. I don't care what you think about the New England Patriots. They're better than all 6 teams I just said.
Mm-hmm.
The other 4 are Detroit, Chicago, Buffalo, and Seattle. Now, 3 of those 4 are on the road. I don't love that. I don't love that. But at worst, this team starts 6-4. Then you go after a bye, a long week because they're on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers, who I think very highly of, but that is a Vrabel team coming off a bye. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Then you get Buffalo in your place. Then you close out with Minnesota, Kansas City, the New York Jets, the Denver Broncos, and the Miami Dolphins. How many games exactly do you think this team's going to win? Because if you say less than 10, I'm going to need you to explain that to me real slow.
Yep, that is the expectation. Looking at that schedule of games, if they don't win 10 games, it is just something has occurred. I'm not going to guess what that something could be, but something super dirgical has happened to this team.
Oh yeah, Trey, we created a new word in the first show of the day.
Dirgical. Yeah. That is a song that is like a dirge. It's a dirgical composition.
You're going to have to explain what dirge means because I've never heard that term before.
It's like a funeral song. Like they play it at funerals.
I feel like that Tank has created a word, but he has done it wrong. Jeremy and Tank Talking Sports is done with dirgical precision.
Yes.
Because it's very elaborate, but they get called idiots quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it also could be a sign
Dirgical.
of the end. So there's that. I'm expecting this team to win 10 games without even basically trying.
I mean, look, the defense is still really, really good.
Right.
But,
How?
They have a contract offer to Christian Gonzalez to make him the richest corner in NFL history, and there's a reason for that. By the way, the front seven, still really good, and it's young, and it's getting better by the minute. Oh, yeah, and by the way, the only real critique I had of that team last year is that I didn't feel like at times you could count on Stephon Diggs to be the true one. They replaced Stephon Diggs with A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly do you think is falling off the cliff here? I mean, and maybe this is coming from a guy that the New England Patriots haunted my nightmares for 21 years, and I've read this book, and I know how it ends. And it ultimately ends with Drake May leading a Super Bowl championship with that stupid trophy over his head.
Well, there will certainly be a step back in the win-loss record. I see very little path that New England is going in and going 14-3 against this schedule this year. And so I think that's what people are thinking. Like, that schedule was so soft last year that they went 14-3, but they weren't really that good. Okay, I can get down the path with you that they weren't an all-timer 14-3 team. True. However, how hard is it to go 14-3 in the NFL regardless? It's not that they were just mediocre teams did really, really well. They were a damn good team, did really, really well. There's a big difference there. This year the schedule tightens up, sure. But this is more of they're going to be 11-6, and it's not going to look as good on paper as 14-3 was last year. But this is going to be a better team, I expect.
I think it's a better team. The record won't be as good, and they'll actually be more of a threat to win a Super Bowl than they were last year.
And the fact that there are some idiots in this business that are out here talking about the New England Patriots like they're not even going to make the playoffs is laughable.
You know what I think is so funny about that? What I find so insanely funny about that is national media not being held to the same standard that we as regional broadcasters are held to. If I had $1 for every time somebody has told me that I was low on a guy coming into a draft and I refused to change my mind, I'd be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought Drake May wasn't that guy because he played at Little old North Carolina and you didn't make the trip down to Chapel Hill to see him. Well, guess what? Me and Tons of Fun over here did a whole bunch of times. We saw Drake May a lot. I've known Drake May personally since he was a sophomore in high school. He ain't news to us. It wasn't news to us when he came out. You go back and check everything I said. I had him ahead of Caleb Williams. I had Jaden Daniels ahead of him. But for some reason, you have seen him and Jaden be better than Caleb Williams, but we're the ones that aren't changing our minds on Bo Nix or Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
No, that tends to be what happens when you were right. I don't tend to change my opinion when I was right.
Nope.
The order I had those quarterbacks in, fact or fiction, was 100% no doubt correct.
The fact that Caleb Williams was third was correct.
I had Jaden 1, Drake May 2, Caleb Williams 3, Bo Nix 4, Michael Penix 5, J.J. McCarthy 6. Are you telling me that you would argue any of that through 2 years? Through 3 years, actually.
Drake over Jaden is the only one that I would argue.
Would you fight it?
Splitting hairs. No, I mean, we're not fighting for long. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. It's not saying that Jaden's, it's not disrespectful to Jaden, I don't think, to say that he's still got more to prove.
Coming off the injury.
Right.
I get it.
He's got stuff to prove being the guy.
He went to an NFC title game as a rookie
100%.
with a team that it was nowhere near as good as what Drake May just took. Didn't have nearly the weapons that Drake had.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. Now, if I'd have had Drake at 1 and Jaden at 2, I'd feel good about that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I feel really good about? I'll fight you to the death that both of them have already proven more than Caleb Williams. All three of them have proven light years more than the other three have. And yet somehow Bo Nix is the one everybody wants to talk about. Mm-hmm. I have never in my life seen a quarterback that was so clearly the fourth best quarterback in his own class, and he leads to 10 times more arguments than the other three combined.
New England is no doubt the most underrated team I have seen throughout this off-season or preseason run-up, however you want to slice it. Do you have another underrated team?
I mean, I've said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. It's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what I've never seen betting markets like this go this way, where you're getting plus money over 9 wins for the Dallas Cowboys. Do you understand how much better that team is right now than they were a year ago? I mean, and I get it. I don't like Brian Schottenheimer either. And yes, they start with Commanders, Ravens, Texans as 3 of their first 4 games. Look at the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Am I worried about the Bucks? No. Am I worried about the Giants? No. Packers? No. Cardinals? No. Colts? No. Titans? No. Jaguars? Not really. Giants again? No. That's 9 right there. That's 9 if they don't beat Philadelphia one time.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't beat San Francisco in their building. If they don't win one game that they're not supposed to, they go 9-5. And I get it. The Cowboys have done that Charlie Brown pulling the football away from you thing so many times that you just go, how about them Cowboys? And it's funny. And okay, do it this year.
Mm-hmm.
I was the most down on the Dallas Cowboys of any analyst in the country last year. I said there was a possibility the Dallas Cowboys could be the worst team in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't serve to be that. They were in the bottom 10. It's where they were. They're not there anymore. The defense is going to be better. The offense is evil. And the schedule lightens up quite nicely. I've said this routinely. I think one of the most if we just go to the NFC, the most underrated team in the NFC is the Dallas Cowboys, and the most overrated team in the NFC is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm. Okay.
Philadelphia, now you tell me where I'm wrong here. Philadelphia has a quarterback going into an offense that I have never seen him succeed in, not one time.
Mm-hmm.
This is a West Coast principle. You have to throw it over the middle. It is not improvisation. It is structured and throwing on time. The receiving core has never been worse than it is right now. It's still fine, but it's young and very unproven.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is great.
Mm-hmm.
But can the offense score with teams? Oh, by the way, you taking a gander at that schedule recently? Because I have. Oh, yeah, it starts nice. Commanders, Titans. I mean, I think the Commanders could beat you, but we'll say I'm a little biased.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take on the Titans. From there, you go at the Bears, Rams, Jaguars, Panthers, Cowboys, at the Commanders, Giants, Steelers, at the Cowboys. That's before you play a game that I think you'll be more than a field goal and a half favorite. And we're into what? That's December? And then you close out Seahawks, Texans at the 49ers. I don't know that Saquon Barkley is going to be better this year than he was last year. I assume it because I think he is a dude, and he's been a dude for a long time. He wasn't a dude last year. He was a volume guy last year.
The biggest question with the Eagles comes to coaching.
Well, I mean, and that's something that you and I've been saying for years.
Yep.
At some point, Nick Sirianni, being just an absolute goober, has to catch up to you. And I'm not sure that this isn't the year it happens.
I mean, but here's the thing: it gets them every other year.
Well, I mean, but you also have to define what gets them is.
Doesn't make them as good as they should be. That is the best roster in the NFL
from 2 to 53.
Aside from the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams and the Eagles have the best rosters in the NFL, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You should be in the championship discussion each and every season. However, we saw them be great, and then the coaches left. They got new coaches, and what happened? They collapsed at the end of the season. They got beat in the playoffs by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which, we said it was going to happen. You weren't a threat to anyone. And then you came back and you were a threat again. And you won a Super Bowl. And then you came back next year, and guess what? It wasn't as good because the coaches left, and you had to get new ones and everything. There was a transition period there. Is this another year where they're back to the top? Or not that they're not at the top when it's not, because, I mean, you can stay toward the top of the division, but whether or not you're an actual threat to win a Super Bowl, it comes down to coaching.
Oh, my.
Because we've seen one of the best rosters in the league be mediocre under this coach.
Oh, my.
What?
Tank, I need you to stay off Twitter.
Okay.
And I need you to don't look at the chat. Don't look at anything, because I need your reaction to this to be in live time.
Okay. Raw reaction coming up next.
Now, get in your brain that you cannot say the wordy dirds on the radio box because you're going to want it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And what's funny is now you have an idea of what I'm going to say.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can't wait to find out what the number is. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is 104.9 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. I'll try to keep the FCC license when we come back.
104.9 Fox Sports Upstate weather.
It'll be another hot one for today with temperatures on the rise. Temperatures for today will hit 92 degrees, but those feel like temperatures back near 101. If you do have any outdoor activities or work outdoors, make sure to stay cool and drink plenty of water.
Is my mic still live?
Storms are back in the forecast for Tuesday.
No. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way.
Son of a bitch! This has been meteorologist Victoria Peanuts with WIFF News 4.
This report is sponsored by Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
Just let it all out. Your home deserves dependable care. From plumbing and HVAC to electrical and generators, Corley handles it all with financing options available to make comfort easier. Trust Corley.
Corley Plumbing, Air, and Electric.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father, not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's Hop to It Howl and Top Speed Tuck. Helping you fast, that's our most important creed.
If your AC's broken down,
Call your favorite friends in town.
Tuck and Howl on the job with lightning speed.
The fellas are right.
Tuck and Howl is faster than a cheetah.
Faster than a race car.
Faster than a rocket.
Faster than... you took all the good ones.
The important thing, when you call Tuck and Howl, our #1 job is to get your home cool.
Often at your place the same day you call us. Faster than a rocket with another rocket attached.
Nice try, Jay.
Call the world famous Tuck and Howl.
When you need it right away,
There's just 2 names you should say.
we'll be there in an instant. Just remember tuckandhowl.com.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Stefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer treatment can steal your beauty, confidence, and self-esteem. It causes changes in your skin and your hair. But Look Good, Feel Better can help. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a workshop in your area. Let us help you feel like you again.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low
Thank you.
prices, love the savings.
We have breaking news. Tank, hit the button.
Oh, it's a great day to be alive, ain't it?
1049 FM, Fox Sports Upstate. I'm Tank Spitzer. He's Jeremy Greene. This is the Sportsocracy. Our call-in line, 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480. Text line, 864-777-9593. Program brought to you by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings. I have been told to stay away from all of possible things that can deliver me breaking news. So I have not touched the cell phone. I have not looked at the Facebooks or the face threads or whatever. Whatever could it be, Jeremy?
Trey, I believe we have a breaking news button.
We do. Let me find it.
Tank, what do you believe I'm about to say about your NFL football team?
I think you're about to tell me that we paid Baker Mayfield $65 million a year.
Per Mike Garafolo.
Oh, God.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and quarterback Baker Mayfield are very sad that Vita Vea has requested a trade.
What? No. but why? Vita, come on.
I don't think in an offseason after he lost his favorite Buccaneer of all time, Mike Evans, and now his favorite defensive Buccaneer of all time has requested a trade after they could not come to a agreement on a contract extension.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have just watched the death of a fan in live time.
No. I mean, it hurts, sure. I don't like it, but I do understand it. Just like Mike Evans, I understand it. A guy who's not going to get a chance to compete again, and he's not getting the money that he wants, I understand it.
Well, I mean, you have to save the money to pay Baker,
which is so stupid.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this segment way more than somebody should.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you remember the day Geno Smith got traded to the Jets and you took some victory laps?
Yeah, I remember that.
The term "comeuppance" mean anything to you? You remember that pro wrestler in TNA about 15 years ago, Karma? She just showed up and there's a big old splash coming your way.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but my mind can imagine what you're talking about.
Vita Vea is that. I mean, do you see it coming to a resolution that's not him playing for another team? Because he will be. I will say there will be teams that will make offers there. I do not know for what.
That's the question. What is someone giving for a 31-year-old defensive tackle that, I mean, he is one of the best in the game still, but what do you have to pay him? And it typically means whatever you have to pay him, you're not going to give up much capital for that. I mean, I'm not expecting that we're going to get a first round or second round pick or anything like that out of him, but I mean, I would love to know what the numbers are. How far off are you?
Well, Vita's currently at 17.5, 17.75.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say he probably wants to be more in that 25. I mean, right now, 25 would make you the 7th highest paid defensive tackle in the league.
Which is...
And, I mean, look, the ones in front of him, they deserve to be in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones, Dexter Lawrence, Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, Zach Allen. Then it gets a little more dicey.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to Nnamdi Madubuike coming off of injuries. Aleem McNeil, who I don't put up there. Then you get into the Quinnen Williams, Derek Brown, Leonard Williams. My Lord, Leonard Williams is a value.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the thing I will tell you, though. Without Vita Vea, that defense is doomed.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Certainly not.
I mean, he is the centerpiece of that defense. And I don't see anybody that can even be I mean, is Elijah Simmons going to be even a facsimile of what you would have had with Vita Vea?
No. Which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would pay him probably what he wanted, or at least close to it. And I don't know if they're gonna. You would think after you sit down and think about it and go, what are we really without him? You could make that decision to.
Well, I would also be remiss if I didn't point out for Vita Vea to come out and have said it. I mean, Vita has always struck me as a team first, very principled guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure there is any going back.
There may not be.
That is shocking. That is shocking breaking news. Vita Vea requesting a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No bueno. It's not a happy day, but again, I do sympathize because a guy that good, just like Mike Evans, probably wants to compete for championships. And if you're not going to pay me, I'm leaving. Right? We saw this with Myles Garrett in Cleveland. He went, I'm out of here. And then they went, here, we'll give you whatever you want. And they gave him the big, massive contract, and he was fine with it until they traded him. And Vita is certainly, God, I hope this doesn't happen. But if it does, yeah, I mean, this is I'm coming back. I'm coming further to your side of the prognostications for this team this year. Without him, it's going to really, really hurt. And you'll get to see just how bad that Todd Bowles defense is.
I've seen it. It will not be news to me.
Precisely.
I lived through it.
Oh, goody. Well, that means that we get to keep the license because I did not cuss. I hate to see us at this point with Vita Vea, but you know, all good things do come to an end at some point. We got to take a break here in the Sportsocracy. 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Give us a call at the call-in line, 864-240-5480. Text us, 864-777-9593. Or you can follow us on the YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and get your comments in on the program that way. We'll return right after this.
This is 104.9 Fox Sports Upstate Traffic.
There's some stop-and-go traffic backing things up. I-85.
Trey, was the connection better during that segment?
53 and Pelham Road exit.
Yes, it was.
And more stop-and-go traffic.
I think what we may ultimately need to do is swap the equipment he has with the equipment I have.
This report is sponsored by Corley Plumbing, Air and Electric.
So your connection in the first segment was a little dicey.
HVAC to electrical
I think if we
generators,
take away the
Corley handles it
point
all, with
from
financing
you
options available
and give it to me, because my internet's better than yours. It just always will be. And then you wouldn't have to do as much on your side.
You know the value of trust. It's what keeps your customers coming back. And it's what you get when you advertise with iHeart. More than 75% of listeners consider iHeart hosts their friends and trust their recommendations. Now take that trusted influence and combine it with iHeart's massive reach and scale, and you've got the formula
we got
for
Roger on the
growing
line.
your business.
Oh, 10-4.
Learn how easy it is to tell your
I
story.
thought I heard you say that, but then I thought it was in my head.
844-844-iHeart today. That's
Nope, definitely not in your head. No, we do have Roger.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Scott Hinchelwood, a director at St. Jude's Children's
Sorry, between Carolina and Washington, my phone has not stopped
We've been
buzzing
working with
today.
iHeart now, going back to your beginning, and we have over 60 iHeart station partners out there telling our story, and it really helps drive that St. Jude mission home and share our patients and share our mission.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connect marketers to the audiences, live events, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP. This message furnished by this station.
It's Midweek Madness with the Hub City Spartan Burgers at Fifth Third Park. Join us Tuesday for Baseball is for Everyone Night, Wednesday for Art at the Park, and Thursday for Teacher Appreciation Night. Get your tickets now at SpartanBurgers.com. Sponsored by Ingalls.
For contesting on the station, go to 1049foxsports.com/rules.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, $1 small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy.
Brought to you live by Ingles Markets. Low prices, love the savings.
And that means it's the last call for call-ins. 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480, or hit us up at the text line 864-777-9593. 1049 FM Fox Sports Upstate. This is the Sportsocracy, brought to you by Ingles Supermarkets. Low prices, love the savings. We do have a caller on the line.
Hello?
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Who's this?
Roger in the Electric City.
Hey, Roger. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Are we live? Let's do it live.
We are.
Yes, sir.
Screw it. We'll do it live.
Okay. You were reading off the Dallas schedule. I didn't realize that schedule's softer than a carton of ice cream left in the car on a day like today.
That's one reason that I'm heavily invested in Dallas.
I like what you were saying.
I'm heavily invested in Dallas.
I'm more now that I've heard that schedule. I didn't look at their schedule. I know their division the East is not that strong. The Redskins are a question mark with the quarterback. If he's healthy, he could be a problem. But New York is in the rebuild, and Jackson Dart, the jury's still out on him. We got locker room trouble there too. And Philadelphia is either going to go down in flames. I think we've seen the best of Jalen Hurts. We've seen the best of him. And, again, all their problems were supposed to have been traded away, right? We'll see. We'll see how that works. But
I'm always reticent when you have a quarterback like Jalen Hurts and you take a weapon like A.J. Brown. When I watched Philadelphia over the last handful of years, it was shocking how many times A.J. Brown would just completely shade a defense to where now you've got Devontae Smith. I will die on the hill of Dallas Goedert should never allow A.J. Brown to buy another beer in public for the rest of his life because A.J. Brown made him so much money because he took so many safeties away and put Goddard into situations to deal with linebackers. Now you don't have that. You can try it with Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown is the living embodiment of just because a guy's fast does not mean he is good at this, and he can't stay healthy. And I look at that with Philadelphia. I mean, look, I still think Philadelphia is going to go 10-7 or 11-6. I just think there's a possibility they're going to lose to the Cowboys twice because they can't score with them.
No, they can't. And Dallas's defense has improved, like you said.
They would have to wake up very early in the morning to be worse than they were last year.
Well, yeah, and I think as long as Dak is upright, and that's always a question mark. I like the schedule you were talking about, and I like them in the division because to me the mystery guess is the what are they? The commies. The Washington
Commanders.
We shall see. We shall see. But I'll take Vita Vea in a heartbeat. If they can't find the money, if I'm a team that needs a DT and he can be got for not much, I'll take him.
Buffalo Bills.
Sure, absolutely, definitely, yes, for sure.
That's the first one I thought was, good Lord, if the Buffalo Bills got him, that could help my prognostication for their season.
You read my mind. I love that. And we need to get him. We definitely could use him.
It would
be a boost for that interior, for sure.
The thing with Vita is that he's been a nose for so long. And I'm wondering now, because the game's changed. With him. Because when Vita Vea came in the league, he was the immovable object in the middle and was just a cheat code against the run. He hasn't been – he's still been good. He just hasn't been that immovable object. I'm curious if we took it out of the teams that were all three-man front and you started looking at four-man front teams, how good he could be in that role now that he's added the level of pass rush. Mm-hmm. Oddly, Vita's one of those weird guys that I think the conditioning has gotten better the older he's gotten, which is super rare. he's a really good player. And I guess I'm just dumbfounded that it got this far, because Vita has been Mr. Buccaneer, Mr. Team First. And for it to get this far down the rabbit hole where Mike Garafolo and all the guys that do what we do have picked this up, that's shocking to me.
Yeah. Did you hear? I don't want to. Did you hear about this? The New England press conference where Vrabel brought a puppy to the podium.
I haven't.
It raised all these reporters got all upset. I'm not a Vrabel guy. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I'm still trying to understand why I should care about Mike Vrabel's personal life and why it's a scandal. Okay, if he's married, I don't know if he is.
He is.
Rossini is married. I don't care if he is. Okay, great. The calendar says 2026. Haven't we've lived through all these scandals before? Is this really something to get all twisted about?
No,
They want us to get twisted about it. I'm just not. I just don't care.
If I will die on this hill. And look, I'm a lifelong Jets fan, so I love to take shots at New England when I get the opportunity, because I haven't had a lot of opportunities over the last 25 years. If Mike Vrabel was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, which he almost was, instead of the New England Patriots, that story would have lasted about 48 hours. But the fact that so many people in media hate New England, and they hate that they've done it again, and they hate they've got the quarterback, and you're going to haunt my nightmares for the next decade, it's just an entry point to punch at them. It's the reason we talked about that for one day. Our YouTube chats made jokes about it. And look, I'm a former comedian, so I do appreciate a good joke. Outside of that, I don't really have an analysis on it. You know, it is what it is. You know, Mike Vrabel nor Diana Rossini committed vows to me. So they didn't do anything to me.
No.
It didn't change my life in any discernible way.
No, and if they win up there, it's a non-story. Now, they're going to continue to cover it on the 4-letter network and in these other places that are dying to talk about it. But I don't think the NFL fan gives one rat about that story. If he wins, it's a done deal. It's over. These are consenting adults.
Mm-hmm.
What they did is what they did.
No, but
I could not care. I could care, and it's because of Robert Kraft, because he's such a weasel, and he got away with what he did, and he's such a power figure in the league. He's either him or Jerry Jones are one to either flip a coin as to which one has more sway inside that owner's room. But I don't care.
It's
I don't care
pandering.
what Robert Kraft did. If he wants to embarrass himself at some stupid massage parlor like Deshaun Watson did, I don't care. I hope Deshaun Watson comes back and has a good second half of his career. He's another mystery guest to me.
Oh, he had a weird weekend. I don't know if you saw the story about Deshaun Watson over the weekend. First of all, I have to say this just because we do this for a living. I hate when people take, and this was somebody in Cleveland. I've yet to figure out exactly.
Right?
Say it one more time.
He did something on a boat where he sort of did a risky, like a dive off a boat or something.
So I saw that, but this was actually this was a media team where somebody asked a question to Jerry Jeudy of who he wanted the quarterback to be, and they cut it in a way that made it look like he held up 4 fingers to say Deshaun Watson. It was very obviously cut to me. And now, I mean, I stare at a lot of Facebook reels, and so, I mean, I've done this. I think it got a lot of people. Jerry Jeudy never said that. Jerry Jeudy never would say that. And frankly, I hope Deshaun Watson wins the job, and they show that it was Kevin Stefanski. I mean, look, I'm a fan of good. If you can be good and interesting, we can talk about you until the cows come home. Boring does not sell in this business all that well. And Cleveland right now, for lack of a better word, they're kind of boring. I just want it to be interesting. I don't care if it's Shador or Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I hope he wins the job, and I hope he elevates his trade value and he can go somewhere that will benefit him in the future, whether that's Pittsburgh after the Aaron Rodgers retirement tour or wherever. I hope he's happy somewhere. I'm pulling for him because I think that he made a mistake, and he paid his dues, and he's been injured, and he's rehabbed, and he's ready to go, I hope. And I'd like to see him get back to what he was. To me, he was always a soft-spoken guy. He doesn't go out, look, he's not a Twitter guy. He's not a social media guy. He lives a very low-profile lifestyle. He's, quarterback Clemson. Okay. I mean, he's never been a guy who looks for the camera. So I hope he does. I hope he gets, back on track and has a good second half of his career. Can I say one thing before we go about something that you said you were a comedian? Because I saw something. I'm still laughing about the fact that Andrew Jones is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, Tank used to work for the Braves.
And why?
I mean, come on, man.
Why is that funny?
To me, it's either one of the top 3 worst Hall of Fame inductees that I've seen. We've gone from the Hall of Fame. We've been a long way down the road of the Hall of they were very good, and now we're in the Hall of I guess he was okay.
Yeah, baseball does that thing where they don't elect to me, the Baseball Hall of Fame is I think Andrew Jones deserves to be in, but the Baseball Hall of Fame's been a joke. Any Hall of Fame that tells me nobody was good enough to get in this year, get out of here. And they do. How long ago was that, Tank? 4 years ago?
Yeah.
That was the COVID year. And honestly, I like that. If nobody is good enough, and I'm even a question about Beltran because of the scandal. He was the mastermind or the orchestrator of stealing a World Series, and then he went to another team and did the same thing, and he was caught doing that. Mm-hmm. That's a direct shot at integrity of the game. Mm-hmm. And he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
but a dead Pete Rose is not.
Yeah, I guess
and
that's where I was about to head.
Tails up with who shot their backsides up with bull steroids, and the whole doggone generation was doing it. Andrew Jones was a part of that generation. I mean, the only thing I saw grow on him body-wise was his backside. If you could put a glove on his backside the last half of his career, if he turned one way, it could have covered left field. If he turned the other way, it could have covered right field. Dude you could have put Cracker Barrel on his tail, and everybody would say, hey, let's go to Cracker Barrel after the game. Look, I mean, you wouldn't have missed that sign.
He did get a little big. I mean, for me, with baseball, the 2 greatest baseball players I've ever seen in my life were Pete Rose and Barry Bonds. And neither one of them's in your Hall of Fame. And until you rectify that, I'm just secret.
I'll tell you what. Mm-hmm. I know you're not much of a baseball guy, but I said this to your show earlier. Andrew Jones getting in makes Bonds a lock to get in. And I'm not talking about Barry. I'm talking about his daddy Bobby. You look at the comparable between Bobby Bonds and Andrew Jones with all-star appearances, with the era Bobby was hitting in, where pitchers were dominating and 35 home runs led the league. I'm just saying. We have lowered the bar. I don't know where the bar is now for the Hall of Fame. It's underground. But if you could have hooked up Andrew Jones's bat in the postseason to the electric grid, the whiffing that he did would have powered the entire metro Atlanta area. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Managers made it a point to pitch around other guys and put guys on base to get to him because they knew they could get him out.
But you do have to admit that what he lacked with his bat, he more than made up with for his glove. I mean, he was one of the best defensive center fielders in the game for a long time.
I don't doubt that. But if you're going to put him in, then he had a teammate for a couple of years that they traded to get, and after they got beat by the Yankees in '96, they got Kenny Lofton. Look at Kenny Lofton's numbers compared to Jones. And Kenny Lofton was a doggone good defensive and offensive player. Mm-hmm. There are some guys in the Hall of Fame that are. I'm sorry, I can't. If you have to sit there and crunch numbers and give yourself a headache and go to law school to make a case for them being in there, they don't need to be there.
I would agree.
I just don't get this. We have so far lowered the bar.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at this year's class and went, I could have done without anybody getting in. I almost would have rather
that would have been fine.
Had nobody get in this year. I mean, because of what you mentioned with Carlos Beltran, that probably would have been enough for me to go, yeah, he doesn't get my vote. Andrew's
his numbers
in
were okay,
regardless for me. Jeff Kent, get out of here.
Jeff Kent, that's that Veterans Committee. They got a different name for it now. They're the ones that put all these other previous guys in. I could name several players. Dwight Evans, Boston Red Sox.
Yep.
Look at him and Andrew Jones. Darrell Evans for the Braves, Tigers, and other teams. Look at his numbers. He played third base.
Dale Murphy.
Dale Murphy. Hello. Yes.
Two-time
What are
MVP.
we
He can't
talking
get
about
in,
here?
But we're putting Jeff Kent in. Okay, sure.
Jeff Kent, who made a couple of All-Star teams, and I think he won an MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But he not exceptional. But Steve Garvey's not in. Look at Garvey compared to Kent.
Yep. There's a lot of that goes on in baseball.
I can't. Yeah, that's enough for the baseball talk.
Yeah.
But that when they put Andrew in this weekend, I'm like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Because I do what?
I was going to say, Roger, we're running out of time here.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have
Thanks
to
for
cut
the
you
time
loose.
to let me run my mouth. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, man.
I always appreciate you, Roger.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody who wants to spend some time with us here in the Sportsocracy on 104.9 FM Fox Sports Upstate. Remember the call-in lines because you got 2 more hours coming with the Big Ginge. 864-240-5480. 864-240-5480 or 864-777-9593. You can text the program that way as well. We covered quite a lot today.
Covered a lot of ground. Something Andrew Jones did not do in the back half of his career.
Man, the hatred for Andrew Jones is just, I wasn't expecting that today, but okay. All right. I guess that's fair. What do you got coming up on overtime, Jeremy?
Oh, we're going to carry out the overrated, underrated. We're going to talk a little college football, too. We haven't done enough of that. Getting ready for the season, and we're going to talk a little Hall of Fame as well.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
49 Fox Sports Upstate weather.
It'll be another hot one for today with temperatures on the rise. Temperatures for today will hit 92 degrees, but those feel-like temperatures back near 100.
Yep, I did math real bad right there because I just realized that
Make sure to stay
1
cool.
plus 1 does not equal 5.
Storms are back in the forecast for
No,
Tuesday,
it does
some
not.
of which
One
could be
pl-
strong
what?
to severe.
I was looking at the break times and I had added that incorrectly. I thought we had another 30 seconds.
Report is sponsored by Corley Plumbing.
It signed me out, and I was trying to get back, scrambled to get back in when I realized we were getting close.
Save $1,000 on a new home comfort system
Couldn't
from
get back to
Corley
the clock.
Plumbing
It does
Air
that
and
to me.
Electric. Corley's got you
Does
covered.
it to me
Go
constantly.
online at CorleyPro.com.
It just makes no sense.
Your shoulder
Zero.
is one of those things you don't think about until it hurts.
Ah.
Until you can't
All right,
reach
boys,
overhead
I
or
will
put
talk
on
to
your
y'all
shirt
tomorrow.
and, waking
I
up
did.
Just
Alrighty.
because you can't
Have a
get
good one.
comfortable, then you hear
See ya.
rotator cuff tear, pain from arthritis. You may need surgery.
Okay. Oh, I guess I have to commit.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got to call them now.
Yep. That's the thing I got to do. That's a good call. See you, dude.
All right.
Yo.